The administration of scholarships is another challenge. It has been fraught with a lot of challenges. The poor who genuinely need scholarships are unable to access them because the rich and wealthy always crowd them out. To fulfill our government's vision of promoting transparency, equity, and sustainability in the scholarship scheme, we shall streamline the award process that only deserving youth benefit from the system.
In the heart of Ghana, where dreams are often silenced by struggle, lived a boy with fire in his heart and ashes in his pocket.
After completing, there was not so much hope in me furthering my education. I had to wait for some time before our results came out. So as I was waiting for our results to come out, I was doing some jobs so that I could help my family survive. I started by selling water. I used to sell water in town.
His father had no hope of funding his education because he even felt he's a burden on his son because of his current state. He passed his senior high school exams with flying colors, but beyond that was a silent dream, until one man noticed.
I heard about Peter the first time from a nephew of mine who subsequently told me some story about him. Told me that Peter calls him, he's an alumni of Pope John. He calls him to advise him often, but Peter is in a certain critical situation. He exited Pope John with 7 A's as a science student, but the financial situation at home couldn't allow him to continue.
A former teacher who had so much interest in Peter expresses how touched his prayer for Peter has come to pass.
I quite remember Form 1 second term, Peter was outside crying. And I came and I met him and I asked him why. Just because they were asked to buy chemistry practical books. All the students were having, with the exception of him. So he told me the reason why he's crying. So I contacted the teacher involved and I bought one for him. So since then I decided to take personal interest in his life. I was praying that one day there will be manna from heaven. That was what that I was praying for.
This man became his ladder, climbing with him through every obstacle, introducing him to doors he never imagined could open. One of those doors was the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat.
This happened to be the first time that the Secretariat had received such an offer from the organizers. And the indication was that since its inception in the year 1959, no Ghanaian had ever applied. And so when we received this offer, we quickly had to put out an advert. We received 8 applications, and then we subjected all of them through an online interview, a Zoom interview. The panel comprised a professor from the University of Ghana Medical School. We had a deputy registrar also sitting in, myself, and then we have an additional person from academia also on it. So at the end of the application or the interview process, we actually selected 3 applicants whose details were sent to the organizers of the program. Out of the 3, we received a letter from the organizers that Peter was the only one who could meet their criteria, because what we sent, they also subjected them through their internal processes, after which Peter happened to be the best fit for the program.
Scholarship Secretariat, led by Mr. Alex Kweku Asafo Ejay. The Secretariat has become a lifetime to students who dare to dream beyond their limitations.
His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, after he took office in 2024, January 7th, stated clearly on the floor of Parliament when he read his first State of the Nation's address. He boldly mentioned that the new Scholarship Secretariat under him will largely focus on supporting brilliant but needy. And so, as a committed registrar appointed by him, the only task ahead of me is to make sure I implement the vision and objectives of President John Dramani Mahama. So when I assumed office, as part of the implementation of the President's vision, I decided to engage a couple of stakeholders as in development agents in our communities. So I had to fall on friends who are in the media. Well, they speak for the voiceless, and they also have their local communities within which they come from, to help me as volunteers to scout for these brilliant students who come from, poor backgrounds. And as a result, if care is not taken or they are not given the necessary assistance, maybe money could become a barrier to their successful completion of whichever level of education that they are. So they submitted a couple of resource slips to my office, which included Peter. And so there is this program in London, which for the first time, and that program has also been around since 1959, and it is called the London International Youth Forum. And they are engaging in something that we call the 15-day STEM summer camp. And so they extended an invitation to us to advertise it and take them through all the necessary processes, which we did. We advertised. And so after engaging these students, they got back to us and told us that Peter Mawuko was on top, and that he had indicated and demonstrated extreme levels of brilliance and passion for the STEM summer camp, and that they had chosen him to represent Ghana. We also checked these records and we were like, everything was spot on, and that he qualified, in fact overqualified to represent and hold the flag of Ghana at that international forum.
And so, a dream buried beneath poverty and pain was reborn with wings. Today, he walks the halls of one of the world's finest universities, not just as a student, but as a story. A story of hope, help, and home.
Human Force competition and the schools. Ghana sends a student sponsored by NLISF in partnership with the Ghana High Commission.
President John Mahama, meda wase papa. Yankopon nhyira wo. Yankopon nhyira wo. Yankopon mesra honden ma wo. Yankopon ema wo honden. Ewo nhye ya wo de aba. Ma bi aso me so. Amande de man susu kura no. Enam so ma mesa aka no. Yankopon nhyira wo. Ya papa Safude. Wonso Yankopon nhyira wo. Onye okese. Ma wo djuma nkoso. Ma wo ndie. Mom de kese on bon ho ban se be odimo be bia no e be koso oh Jesus Christ di mo amen. Oh Richard mi bra Richard se me hia sebe bra Richard minimum min te on kada da krope ele Peter ele ka chebe so wa fa se eni na edi nkomo onu kura ko no onim say ndey ebena mo so ama enyan kese aba te won so bedawase Yankopon nhyira onye won so akoma so de ma ho ani mo penifo onye on ba yina e wo Jesus Christ di mo.
First of all, thank His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for the enormous support he has given me as a young guy that he has reposed so much confidence in, to come and head the secretariat, and also to thank the chief of staff, that is Mr. Julius Debra. I report directly to him. He's also been very supportive, very cooperative. He tells me, just go, make sure you do the right thing so that you justify why President Mahama appointed you, and just go and make us proud. I say a very big thank you to him for the love and support he's shown me over the short time that I took over as the Registrar of Ghana Scholarships. And there is this special person that I want to also demonstrate gratitude to, that is in the person of Dr. Callistus Mahama. He's also been so amazing and very supportive, and his good counsel. You sometimes call me as a Asafoye, make sure you if not eliminate, reduce this corruption tag that has been associated with the Scholarship Secretariat over the year, transform the place, make us proud, and bring back the Scholarship Secretariat to its glorious days as it used to be under Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
From a forgotten village to global vision, this is what happens when one person sees, when one office believes, when a nation invests in its soul.